Well, since everybody is stuck indoors due to the coronavirus, movie theaters haven't been out. So that means movies haven't been released. So this has actually been giving me a chance to go back to older movies and draw characters that I meant to do but never got around to it. So we're going to start with this one. What's going on? Draw to crew. Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys. And today I get to draw one of my favorite characters from Black Panther, BAKU. Let's do this. Before we begin, be sure to read the description of this video. Down there, you'll find a list of my drawing tools, some tips to succeed in your drawing, and a link to a free coloring page based on this video tutorial. And having said all of that, grab your drawing tools, let's draw BAKU. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and get started with our BAKU drawing tutorial. This is going to be quite a long one because there's a lot of intricate details on his costume. So I've got my paper in landscape mode and let's get right to it. First thing we want to do is we want to try to make sure that we get the posture right because he's sitting down and we want to try to get that pose that he's got there. Of course the description or the reference photo is down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. And I'm going to draw a circle right around here. That's going to be for his head. And I'm going to have him kind of looking tilted this way. So his head is going to be slanted towards the bottom left. Okay? And now I'm drawing the lines on the side. Now if I'm going way too fast, remember to pause and just, pause and unpause. I know it's going to be a little bit difficult, but we all draw at different speeds. So that's a bit of an issue that I have, is that I can't exactly draw at your pace because I don't know which pace is. Anyway. Okay, so we've got that. Now he's sort of got his shoulders up like this. And the posture that we're going to try to get him at is kind of leaning back. And so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to find the, latissimus dorsi, the back muscles that you see that give that shape here. Because he's a pretty big fella, big guy. Okay, so his chest is going to be right about this far down from his chin. So you draw that, and then as you draw that, kind of try to think of his chest as going upwards like this, and gives you an idea where his back is going to go. And if you draw these lines, then you kind of know where his lower torso is going to be. Okay, so there you go. Now his shoulders are kind of further back. He's just relaxed. So he's kind of got his arms resting, and his shoulders are going to be right around here. Okay, that's all going to be covered in fur, so we don't see a lot of that. So we're not going to focus on it for now. Okay, about this far down from the chest is going to be the waist, which I'm going to draw as two lines like this. You notice that I'm holding my pencil like very, very lightly, and that's just to make sure that I don't draw too dark. Okay, so this is kind of the shape that we want. And then here we have him kind of resting his arms, and we'll draw that a little bit later on. Okay, now imagine that he's sitting down and you've got his crotch right around here in this area. And then he's got a leg kind of going out like this. And then the other leg is going out like so. Okay, so there is our BAKU. A little bit inappropriate looking, but yeah, he's sitting down relaxed. He's not caring much, or just the attitude that he's got is that he doesn't really care much what's happening. Okay, I'm going to draw lines going down just to show the center. Okay, now there we go. Now let's focus on getting those arms right. Actually, this is going to be a little bit hard to draw, but think of this right here and this over here. I'm going to draw two arms like that, and those are his places where he's resting his arm. So it's kind of his throne, I believe it is, and it's kind of a funky looking shape. And it goes sort of down and then this way and then down again. Okay, and then this goes down over here. And you know what, I'm just going to make it like a curve, like so, just to make it easy for us. It goes on further actually, but let's just make it easier on ourselves. The other throne, or the other side of the throne, is going to be over here where his hand is, kind of right around here actually. Goes this way and goes out. Yeah, so it's just a series of lines that go in. So I'm just going to draw those in for now. Okay, so that's his throne. And then let's kind of figure out where his elbows are going to rest, because then by doing so, we'll figure out where his arms are going to go. Okay, so right here, he's going to be resting on this corner here. So you want to make sure that this corner isn't too far out. Just try to keep it within close to the body here. There's where the forearm is going to go. And then right here is where I'm going to draw a square like so. And that's going to be for his hand. And you'll see that later on when I start drawing the hand. But that's going to be the back of his hand, okay? And then you've got fingers going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's close that gap there, forearm into the hand. Now this is going to be covered, so again, try to draw it as lightly as you can. Okay, over here you've got like the armpit area, and this is going to be a bicep. And then I'm going to move the shoulder a little bit closer to the head, actually. Not that it matters, because it is going to be covered by fur. So there you go. Bicep goes in like that. So there's Baku's right side. Now let's focus on this side right here. I've got my hand. I'm going to draw the square for the back of the hand right here. And this goes pointing down. They're all pretty much going to point down. Remember, the middle finger is going to be the longest out of all of them. And there's a slight curve to these last two. There you go. And then the thumb is going to come out like this. Okay. Again, you guys pause this video if you guys need to catch up. No need to stress, you know, if you're falling behind, because you can always pause. Okay, so now his arm is going to rest right around here, forearm, and it's going to look like this. So you see a little bit of foreshortening there, where the arm looks a little bit shorter because it's pointing towards the camera, kind of like my finger right now. You see how it kind of looks very short? That's called foreshortening. Okay. Now, hopefully the way that you guys have it filled out, maybe I need to change mine a little bit. You should be able to fit a bicep right here. Okay. Now, this is way too far, so I'm going to bring it closer here. This shoulder is supposed to be like this muscle right around here. And then like that. Okay, so I think we've got the look right. We've got the posture, the swagger that he's got. Of course, this is Baku, leader of the Jabari Tribe, and he's a no-nonsense type of leader. There you go. Cool. So there you go, you guys. This is the beginning part of our Baku tutorial. This is just, laying down the basic shapes, but we're going to zoom in and start working on those details as soon as we're done with this commercial. Hey guys, this video right here is brought to you by these awesome Patreon patrons. If you are interested in knowing more about how to support this channel through Patreon, check out the link down below, patreon.com/drawit2 for more details. Anyway, let's cut to commercial and then let's get back to business. We are back from the commercial, you guys, and now let's take a look at the whole shape. And what we're going to do before we actually even zoom in on anything is we're just going to lay down the basics of his costume, just so that we can, easily figure out where the costume is going to go later on. Okay, so I'm going to start right here around his neck. I'm going to draw a ring around, and then I'm going to come out further like this, and that's going to be for his necklace. And his necklace is very elaborate, actually, but we're going to try to simplify this. So here's what we'll do. Kind of like an upside down rainbow. Here's one line right there. Okay, and then here's a third, and then a fourth. Okay, we'll worry about that later on. Now let's draw from here. I'm going to draw a line all the way down to here. Okay, so it sort of covers, it reveals the armpit, but it covers like the chest area here. And then same thing over here. This actually just goes down and then down some more like this, okay? Now find a spot right here, just beneath this chest. So you want to keep that chest line there for now, but we're going to put this around to the waist. So let's start figuring out where the waist is going to go. Like that, and then on the other side as well. Like so, okay? So this is going to be all one costume, and what I'm going to do actually is to just erase these lines here so you guys can see what's part of what. Okay, now going over here, I'm going to draw a line going in the center, and then right here, 2 lines, and then a triangle. Right here, 1 line, and then a square shaded in. Okay, there we have it. Okay, now what's going to cover his crotch area is, I don't know what you even officially call it, but it is like a loincloth of some sort. Okay, so start right here, bring it down. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a point to there and then bend right here. So it looks like it's like curling upwards. Okay, same thing over here. That sort of does a slight curve. There you go. And then you see he's got like a little skirt piece right beneath it. And then on this side, you got more clothing coming out over here and over here on this side of the leg. Okay, so behind the fingers here, I'm just going to draw this little flap right here. That's supposed to be one cloth, and this goes like that as another cloth. And then lastly, what we're going to do is another like black cloth that just goes out, shaded in. There you go. And then same thing over here. This goes out, down, just behind the fingers there. Okay, so there's our bottom. Now let's go to the top here and let's work on the fur behind the ears. So his ears are going to be right around here, and here you don't see much of it. Made it too big. Don't make that too big. Okay, fur goes out this way, and then it goes down towards here. So this all right here is just going to be fur, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make these zigzag lines to kind of indicate that it is fur coat. Okay, goes around it goes down his neck, but it doesn't cross towards the face much. Okay, and then here at the top, you see the shoulders covered a little bit, so it kind of looks like that. You don't see much of the shoulder really. So I'm just going to continue with the fur. Just trying to be efficient here, I apologize. We can add some lines inside to add some details later on. And then we do the same thing on this side. So it goes down and then across towards here. And then from the back, imagine it kind of just going around and then down and then goes this way. Okay. So again, just those spiky lines. And notice how I'm being random with them. So I just don't want them to kind of start looking too uniform. You want to have them look a little different. Those spikes. There you go. Let's go to the arms here. The arms are going to be covered with 2 bands. Like that. And then a tattoo that just goes around the arm like that. Okay. Now this whole forearm is going to be covered in fur, but part of it is going to be covered in some sort of leathery material. So I'm going to draw a line going down here, going off to the side like this. Okay, and then there you go, and then down. Okay. Okay, and then just cover this whole thing fur again. Of course, it comes out a little bit further out. There you go. And then now we do the same thing on this side. Okay, so the fur comes out to here, and you want to cover this up from here to here, right around here. Cover this up with like some leathery looking material, and then fur. Like so. Okay, there we go. I think we're almost ready to zoom in now. We're far along into our tutorial now, and it's just, this is how crazy detailed these MCU tutorials can get. Okay, there we have it. Now, zoom in on the face. All right, you guys, and I've actually brought my action figure along with me. I do have the BAKU action figure, and here he is. You guys can see how tall he is and how much layers of skirt he's got. So that's kind of pretty cool, and I'm digging that. And so that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Now you see how he's got like this V shape right here. That's what we're going to do right now. There we go. Okay, so it looks like this, and it's going to be in layers 1, 2, 3, and then one more, like that. Now this all right here underneath is going to be wrinkles, so it looks like some protective leather that he's wearing underneath it. Okay, and then along the chest here, he's going to have these two straps that start over here and then they go towards the chest. So one of those straps goes right here. So that's one dark strap, and I'll probably shade that in. And then another strap starts here, and then it goes up towards here. So it sort of makes a V shape. Okay, and then you want to do the same thing on this side. Actually, this right here is going to be a line going up. Okay, same thing over here now. You see how the strap curves to show the curvedness of the body. Okay, one strap there, and the other strap goes up and to here. There we go. Okay, very good. And I'm going to draw one line right there, and another one going down right here. Now let's focus on the necklace. I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to draw like this dagger looking shape, like that, or it looks like a bullet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this several times, and each one is going to kind of spread out like the rays of a sun. Okay, so there's 5. I'm just going to make it simple. 2 more over here, and then this one goes this way. You want to make sure that these are about similar in size, and then another one underneath. Okay. Now, the reason why I asked you to draw those rainbows is that they're going to be straps. So these are actually connected right here. So this whole thing is going to be dark, and this whole thing is going to be dark. And it goes around. The top one goes around, this one stops here and here. Okay. There you go. I'm going to draw another line going around. And this goes up like that. And then, okay, so right here, we're going to draw a couple of straps. These are probably for the fur. So these connect the fur. And we do the same thing up here. There you go. Good. Now let's actually now start drawing Baku's face. And I'm going to grab another pencil for this one. Now remember, if it does not look like the actor, what was his name? Something Dukes? I don't remember, but he's pretty cool. Baku is one of my favorites in the movie. Okay, so we're gonna try to get that look where he's got that scowl going on. I'm going to make sure that I've got my eye line kind of in an appropriate tilt to the face. And the nose is gonna be right around here and here. There we go. Okay, just beneath that. Wait, let's do the upper lip. There you go. And then the lower lip is going to be bigger. There we go. Now it looks like I'm running out of room here in the jaw, so I want to make sure that I have room in the jaw. I'm going to bring that down a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the mustache first. So it looks like he's got like this mustache going down, kind of framing the lips like this. Okay, see what I mean? All right. Okay, you want to make sure that you get that shape of the chin. Okay, lines on the side here. And then just continue on the beard. Just let the beard kind of take the shape, the right shape of the mouth, of the lower jaw here. There you go. It's got a bit of a puffy cheeks there. All right, so 2 lines for the bridge of the nose. And then here above the nose, you've got brow lines. Go like this, and this goes like so. Okay. Here's one eye. And the other eye is going to be right here. You see how the eyes are covered with the brow. That's how you know he's not in a good mood. He's in a scowl. Okay, and then just solid black eyes. There we go. Lines under the eyes here. Let's give him some eye bags. He did, after all, just get beat up by Black Panther. Okay, lines right there. Okay, now let's continue on. I think we're about good. Let's draw the ears here. And then this goes higher up. Now I'm going to find the hair. And it's going to go right there. He's got a pretty cool hairstyle. Oh yeah, let's not forget the eyebrows. And it's just going to go along the brow. Okay. Okay, so just to draw a line there. Okay, start over here, make V shapes, and then think of this thing as like a round heart. So it sort of goes down here and goes down over here as well. So I'm just trying to make sure that we shape it so it looks nice. So here we go. That's it. This goes to the back. This goes to the back. Pretty cool hairstyle. And this goes up. This goes up, and then I'm going to round it off over here, but it actually is a lot of curls. So there's some curls going on here at the top. They are dyed a different color, so they're like light brown. There we go. So you want to make sure that as you do that, that you're not making him look like a cone head or having a big head or anything. So you want to make sure you do all that right. I feel like I did it a little too high, so I might have to adjust it a little bit. Okay, I did make it a little too high. I'm gonna bring it down over here, but I'll do that later on, you guys, when I start inking it. Might be a little better now. How is that? I think that's it. Okay, there you go. All right, so was I in frame that whole time? Well, there you go, you guys. I apologize if I was not. I should have been paying attention to my monitor here. And there is Baku right there. Now, we're pretty much done. Let's just add some details to this. So right here, 1, 2, 3 lines going across here, and it's got some very intricate lines, like very tribal lines here. So I'm just doing like some random lines like this. There you go. And then over here, there's going to be 5 rows of these spiky things. So start in the middle, draw that line, and then divide it in 5, okay? And to make it simple, I'm just going to overlap it like this, more like scales. The drawing's a little bit different. So you guys see what I mean here? So I start right here, and I do this, and I'm just going to overlap. So they look like scales, okay? There we go. And then on this side, same thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3 lines going across here. Something tribal, so I'm going to start with 2 triangles and I'm just going to follow it along. And then here, just some diagonal lines. Again, divide into 5. Smaller than the other ones because they're angled. Okay, there you go. So I'm kind of speeding it up here as soon as you find your rhythm. There you go, and then just add some fur, just add some details to the fur here. And then last thing is we'll just add some details to the hands and try to get them right. Fingernails, of course, some knuckles. Divide your fingers so that they look like fingers. Make sure they don't look like sausages. Okay, and then over here, this one you don't really see the thumb because it's going to be hidden. Okay, and there we have it, you guys. Zooming out now. A little more. And there you go. There is Baku from Black Panther, and he also appears in Avengers Endgame. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. And you guys, that is all the time that we have for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way to the very end. I appreciate that. a lot. If you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So head on over to Instagram, tag me at draw2 so I can see your masterpieces. If you guys are ever curious about the tools that I use for drawing or the equipment that I use to make these videos, I have links in the description of this video, so make sure you guys check that out. If you are feeling extra generous, I have links down in the description as well for different ways that you can show your support on this channel. I already mentioned Patreon, but there are other ways as well, so be sure to check those out. Links in the description. Your contributions go a long way in ensuring that I can continue making videos just like this for you guys to enjoy free of charge. Again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video right here, comment down below, and share this with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and of course on my website draw2.com, where you can find a free coloring page based on the tutorial drawing that is found in this video. Again, you guys, all of the links to those are found in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. Finally, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw it too. I'll see you guys next time.